different than a gimme putt. And the Constitution in Article 2 talks about the president can't take emoluments or gifts from foreign leaders. And so there is a provision in the Constitution that says you can't do this. And so the question is, can you do it if it's only for official purposes? If it came to someone in Congress, they can vote and the Ethics Committee can look at it. With his, there will have to be some kind of adjudication. This has never been done, and it's not like a ride on the plane. We're talking about the entire $400 million plane.
What do you think of this, accepting this gift?
I really don't like this. I gotta say, it makes me really uncomfortable. And it's not just that, this is not a gift. This is Qatar, a state sponsor of terror that has Hamas in the palm of its hand.
The country of Qatar is giving Donald Trump a $400 million plane for his personal use. That apparently is now the going rate. That's how much money you have to put into Donald Trump's pocket if you want favorable national security treatment from the United States of America. We are watching the most massive corruption of our foreign policy in the history of the country.
They're giving us a free jet. I could say, no, don't give us, I want to pay you $1 billion or 400 million or whatever it is. Or I could say, thank you very much.
That was President Donald Trump defending why he's planning to accept a $400 million luxury Boeing 747-8 jet, a gift from the royal family of Qatar. But what seems like a flashy gift carries a hidden cost: constitutional violations, national security risks, and one very big hypocrisy: Trump's so-called war on anti-Semitism. So how did we get here? And what does Qatar want in return? Let's break it down.
He's very popular in his country. His people love him. We're working on unity. Thank you very much. It's a great honor to have the Emir of Qatar with us. He's a friend of mine, knew him long before I entered the world of politics. He's a great gentleman.
Qatar, a tiny Gulf monarchy dripping in oil money, just offered Trump a gift fit for a king, a custom Boeing jet that's also used as Air Force One. Price tag? $400 million. To put it in perspective, that's 40 times more than Hunter Biden ever made in shady business deals. Not that Republicans seem to care. But unlike Hunter, Trump's not hiding it. He's bragging about it. And he's accepting it. Except, that's not just unethical. It might be illegal.
Different than a gimme putt. And the Constitution in Article 2 talks about the president can't take emoluments or gifts from foreign leaders. And so there is a provision in the Constitution that says you can't do this. And so the question is, can you do it if it's only for official purposes? If it came to someone in Congress, they can vote and the Ethics Committee can look at it. With his, there will have to be some kind of adjudication. This has never been done, and it's not like a ride on the plane. We're talking about the entire $400 million plane.
To Europe and the Middle East, where I work to strengthen our alliances, forge new friendships, and unite all civilized peoples in the fight against terrorism. No civilized nation can tolerate this violence or allow this wicked ideology to spread on its shores. I addressed a summit of more than 50 Arab and Muslim leaders, a unique meeting in the history of nations, where key players in the region agreed to stop supporting terrorism, whether it be financial.
Back in June 2017, Trump stood at a podium and declared,
"The nation of Qatar, unfortunately, has historically been a funder of terrorism at a very high level." And in the wake of that conference, nations came together and spoke to me about confronting Qatar over its behavior. So we had a decision to make. Do we take the easy road, or do we finally take a hard but necessary action?
He wasn't wrong. Qatar has sent billions to Hamas, the group responsible for the October 7th massacre in Israel. Even Netanyahu's Israeli government quietly allowed this funding for years. But here's the twist. That same Qatar is now buying favor with the man who once called them terrorist funders. So what changed?
Well, there are a lot of good things happening. We have a gentleman on my right who buys a lot of equipment from us, a lot of purchases in the United States, and a lot of military, airplanes, missiles, lots of different things. But they've been great friends in so many ways, and we're working very well together. And I think it's working out extremely well. So, Amir, thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it. With all I have done for Israel, I received only 24% of the vote. But I understood that. That was in 2016. And, you know, it's one of those things. I thought I'd do much better. I happen to have a Jewish daughter. I have a Jewish son-in-law. I have 3 Jewish grandchildren. I thought I'd do much better, but I only got 24%.
Just 100 days before this jet deal, Trump signed an executive order claiming to combat anti-Semitism. He used that as justification to silence pro-Palestinian protests, attack universities, and deport green card holders like Mahmoud Khalil, despite no legal wrongdoing.
But think of it. The Democrats lost big, and you look at what's happening with Schumer, but the Democrats lost big because of the stupidity of, you know, they're backing these 90% negative things from their standpoint. Men and women's sports, transgender for everybody, all of this stuff, they're all for it. And you know, they're still fighting for it. But now they have a new one. We're going to back murderers, killers, and people that hate our country. We're going to back people that hate Israel, want to destroy it, people that are murderers, people that are horrible. We're going to back them. I think that might be a 100% issue for us. They don't ever find an issue that's like a good
politically
issue.
Very helpful.
No, politically. I mean, this is not backing Khalil is not a great issue, but backing Khalil's better than backing these other, you know, hundreds of people that are really serious criminals. It's probably a step better than that.
Meanwhile, his inner circle throws stiff-arm salutes at rallies, and his Pentagon deputy has posted anti-Semitic content online and kept his job. Trump claims he's the best friend Jewish Americans have ever had, but he's taking $400 million from the same regime that funded Hamas. Let that sink in.
If I don't win this election, and the Jewish people would really have a lot to do with that if that happens, because at 40%, that means 60% of the people are voting for the enemy.
There'll be an appeals process that could go on for some time. Will Mahmoud Khalil be deported from the United States? Quick answer on that, please.
Yes, he will, as will anyone who preaches hate for America. His organization said they wanted to eradicate Western civilization. Look, under this country, under this administration, under President Trump, people who hate America, who threaten our citizens, who rape, who murder, and who support those who rape and murder are going to be ejected from this country.
NBC News reviewed over 100 pages of government documents used to justify the deportation of Mahmoud Khalil. What did they find? Trump's DOJ is treating dissent as terrorism. Student op-eds critical of Israel? That's now material support for Hamas. It's not about security. It's about silencing enemies and inflexing raw power. Meanwhile, that $400 million jet sits on the tarmac, a symbol of just how far Trump is willing to go, or sell out, under the guise of protecting Jews.
I think that was a very nice gesture. Now, I could be a stupid person and say, oh, no, we don't want a free plane. We give free things out. We'll take one, too. And it helps us out because, again, we're talking about we have 40-year-old aircraft. The money we spend, the maintenance we spend on those planes to keep them tippy-top is astronomical. You wouldn't even believe it. So I think it's a great gesture from Qatar. I appreciate it very much. I would never be one to turn down that kind of an offer. I mean, I could be a stupid person and say, no, we don't want a free, very expensive airplane. But I thought it was a great gesture. And I think it was a gesture because of the fact that we have helped and continue to, we will continue to, all of those countries, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, and others, we keep them safe.
So what's the real story behind Qatar's gift? It's not just about corruption. It's about a president using anti-Semitism as a political weapon, while cozying up to those who funded the very terror groups he claims to fight. Bernie Sanders said it best. Not only is this farcically corrupt, it is blatantly unconstitutional. This is no longer about ethics. It's about who gets punished and who gets rewarded in Trump's America.
They're giving us a free jet. I could say, no, 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 don't give us, I want to pay you $1 billion or 400 million or whatever it is. Or I could say, thank you very much. You know, there was an old golfer named Sam Snead. Did you ever hear him? He won 82 tournaments. He was a great golfer. And he had a motto: when they give you a putt, you say, thank you very much. You pick up your ball and you walk to the next hole. A lot of people are stupid. They say, no, no, I insist on putting it. And then they putt it and they miss it. And their partner gets angry at them. You know what? Remember that, Sam Snead. When they give you a putt, you pick it up and you walk to the next hole and you say, thank you very much.
Respectfully, sir, as a businessman, some people may look at this and say, have you ever been given a gift worth millions of dollars and then not received anything?
It's not a gift to me, it's a gift to the Department of Defense. And you should know better, because you've been embarrassed enough, and so has your network. Your network is a disaster. ABC is a disaster.